So over on table 1, we obviously flop the flush draw. Certainly going to be c-betting this. So this range obviously favours him a lot more. So you'll often see him in bluff raise here, and obviously possibly could have an 8, a 3, a 4, which I think you'd see him re-raising here. But so here, I think he's either going to have an 8, 3, or 4, obviously, or he's just going to be bluff raising because it suits his range better. So I think we're going to go over the top of him here with a big re-raise, because hopefully this could fold out an 8, a 3, or a 4. Yeah, so in that spot, he either did have an 8, 3, or 4, obviously thought we had an overpair, which is obviously quite likely, or he was just bluff raising because the flop suited his range better. So from his perspective, it was a decent spot to re-raise there. Do we flat or do we re-raise? I think we're going to call here, check this one over, and then re-raise the turn if he bets out. See what size and he go for here. So $26 pot. So he goes a little over 3/4 of a pot here. Pretty nice river, it has to be said. Question is, do we check this one over? Or do we all in? I think we're going to shove this here, because hopefully make it look as though we've had a missed draw. Hopefully he's got ace king or something like that. So he's tanking. I think he's definitely got an ace, that's for sure. Oh, it does make the fold, that's annoying. We end up making trips here, and that is not a nice card for us, because obviously the flush comes off, and if he has a 10 he makes the straight. Hopefully the board pairs here, and that is a delight of a river. So I think we've got to bet huge here and just hope he has a 10 or a flush. I don't think we're going to be getting called. So he ends up folding. We get 3-bet with the ace queen, we're just going to call. Decent flop for us. So we're not too worried about the hearts. Question is, do we raise? I don't think we can raise in this spot. He obviously could have the king. We've not got the absolute nuts. And he had the ace 10.
Say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out.
That is a strange play for him to bet out there on the river. It's not a bad flop. It's not a bad flop. Just gonna be cool in here because we're not worried about any flush draws or any straight draws, as we've got the absolute nuts here. Our hand cannot be beaten. So I think we're just gonna be cooling this one down and hopefully bluffs off his stack. We've just gotta, yeah, he's betting big. I mean, hopefully he's got like ace king, ace queen here. We're going to tank for a little bit just to make it look as though maybe we're debating calling with a jack. Right, let's see what he does here. Hopefully he just shoves with like an ace king and ace queen. Tough spot here. What sort of sizing do we go for? Thing is, I don't think he's calling with anything except an ace. And if he has an ace, he's going to call an all-in. He's going to call whatever size. So I think our only option here is to go all-in. Well, he's thinking about it. Maybe he has a weak kicker and does have the ace, but I'd have thought he would have snapped the ace off by now, to be honest with you. Maybe he's got a jack, maybe he's got kings, queens, sevens. Wow, we win an absolutely huge pot there. Interesting spot for him to call there with the sevens. Pretty bad play because realistically, I mean, I suppose if we had the jack in that spot, we're certainly not going to be going all in on the river. And I suppose what he would have been thinking there is that we would have had the flush draw, which obviously was possible, but I think that spot there, he just had to fold really. I don't think we're ever going to be bluffing there. Going to be 3-betting with the aces. Hopefully we get like a shove or something here, just to try and win some of our money back that we just lost in that big pot. It's a nice flop for us. I'm just going to call this one. Hopefully no one has a 5, that would be a bloody disaster. This guy could easily have a 5, but I think we've just got to re-raise all in here. Hopefully he calls us with an overpair. Kings, oof, that's a cooler there. Nice, so we win pretty much all the money back that we lost on that big pot before, so that's nice to see. I'm not sure why that guy isn't 4-betting there with the kings. He's either trapping or he's just playing like a pussy, so yeah, it's either one of those. But we are going to be raising the queens up here, and we've also got ace king out of the small blind. We're going to be raising that one up. We're going to go for a large size in here. You don't want to be playing ace king with 3 players in the pot. Really good flop for us. We're going to check. We're going to bet fairly big, hopefully target some draws. King 10 suited. This guy raises out of the small blind, so we're going to be in position. So we're going to call this, and we can't ask for a much better flop here. So he does check over. I'm just going to check the turn, and we end up making a 2-pair. Oof. That is an interesting spot here. So obviously if he has ace queen, the straight does come off, the nut straight. Would he bet the turn? I think he'd still bet the turn if with the jack 10 if he had the ace queen. Actually, probably not. Could he have king ace? Definitely. Would he bet that big with king ace? Yeah, I think he would, to try and get maximum value out of the jacks. So we're going to call. And
we have jacks.
Well, we didn't even put that into the equation. Not a nice pot to lose. Going to be opening 8s. So I think that's a misclick there from that guy. We're going to, I mean, technically 4-bet him, but realistically I think that was just a misclick. Unless he's trying to pretend it was a misclick with something ridiculously strong. We end up hitting trips, so pretty good flop. And we end up hitting quads. Wow, we've certainly got the nuts now. Just got to pray that he has something. What do we do here? I think the only way to get value is to check this one over and hope he bets out. Oh, lovely. He ends up betting huge. So we've got to hope he has a flush here. Would he call with aces, kings, queens? Possibly. I'm not sure. If he has like pocket 10s here, that would be such a cooler. But we're going to tank pretty long here and shove. See what he does. And he folds. So I think that was a good check there by us. By the snap fold, I'm pretty sure he just had absolutely nothing. So I think it was likely he was just bluffing. So I think I'm going to wrap this session up. I've been playing for about 2 hours now. So I'm just going to add up how much we've made / lost. Well, I'm pretty sure we haven't lost this session. I think we're definitely up, that's for sure. We lost a lot of big pots at the beginning, but we've got a huge stack on 2 of the tables now. So I'm just going to add that now. So overall, we ended up making $190 in the 2 hours. I thought it could have been more than that, but we obviously lost some big pots at the beginning. So I think that's why it's not as big as I expected it to be. But either way, still a good session. So we are going to add that to the monthly profit loss chart. And we're now up to 3,290. So we're going to be playing mainly 100 NL Zoom and then probably Sunday tournaments, but I'm going to avoid tournaments as much as possible and just see how much we're going to be making from playing the cash games.